City Theater with your host, Kevin Joyce. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Big Night Out here at the Columbia City Theater in sunny Seattle. Dang it, it's sunny today. Big Night Out now in its second season on Channel 21 with the Seattle Channel, part of the Art Zone. Seattle, if you're from out of town, is actually very arty, very artsy. Too artsy sometimes. I kind of wish sometimes it was more criminal, if you know what I mean, like other cities. But no, it's very polite, very artsy, very intellectual. Sometimes, however, when I'm walking down the street and I say, "How you doing?" I'd actually rather be mugged than answered. You know what I mean? It's a rhetorical question. Just smile and keep walking. Let's face it, too many artists per square mile in any city and nothing gets done. We need more bricklayers in this city. And I'm not talking mosaic tile installation. I'm talking bricklayers like Baltimore, where all the houses are brick and there's an American flag in front of every house, whether Republican or Democrat. Here you put a flag up and it's an invitation to fight, or since this is Seattle, to process. But Seattle's a very intellectual town. Seattle's not much of a fighting town, though. I mean, Hillary came here and she's like, "I'm a fighter." And Seattle's like, "We're not. We're caffeinated programmers who like to hike with the audacity to hope for sunshine." How about Hillary and Obama tearing each other up, huh? No, that's funny. But yeah, you hate America. You did not get shot by snipers. Nobody gets that joke. I don't know why. But that's not how you win. They may be having fun, but that is not how you win. You know how you win? I'll tell you how to win. Hire Karl Rove. He's awesome. Either one of them hires Karl Rove and John McCain is a pedophile by September. I guarantee it. But back to Seattle for a second. Seattle's actually a very literate town as well. Did you hear that it got voted one of the most well-read towns in the country, alongside Minneapolis, where I'm from? But have you ever noticed, now that's funny, have you ever noticed how many people are reading in public in this town? It's like, shut up already and talk to me, which I know is a contradiction. But for all you literary types, Walt Whitman said, and I quote, "I contradict myself? Very well then, I contradict myself. I am large, I contain multitudes." I used to be large, actually. I used to be very, very large. I'm just weaving this back to our theme, and it brings me back to our theme because I've lost something along the way. I was large and complex, but then I lost something. And our theme tonight is an artsy, intellectual theme. It's entropy. Which is ironic because the theme, and pay attention here because there's a quiz later, the theme is designed to hold the show together. And entropy is all about things falling apart. Entropy, of course, is that concept in physics of the quantitative measure of disorder in a system, but I'm going with entropy as the general concept of the tendency for everything to deteriorate, which is cheerier and practically and funner to make art about. So tonight's show, entropy and art. Say hello to the cheese factor, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready to begin our first act this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tours internationally has found themselves sailing the Atlantic for the LA Philharmonic. They have found themselves in Hollywood movie scores, in Broadway pit shows, and Broadway shows in the pit is what I mean to say. They have 6 CDs, and they can be heard on National Public Radio. Their group was named by the Ladies Musical Club of Bellingham, Washington. One time they were performing, the ladies were expecting a lovely, relaxing classical concert, and this duo broke out from the lower sonic reaches and awakened in the upper realms of musical notes normally reserved for instruments of smaller stature. That's a quote directly from them. You'll see exactly what I mean. When they're not touring internationally, you can find them in the Paramount or the Fifth Avenue or the Acorn Eatery in Ballard. We're lovely and excited to have them. Please welcome Bottom Line Duo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're listening to Traci Hoveskeland at the cello. My name is Spencer Hoveskeland. I'm Traci's initial marital acquisition, 990 weeks running. Thank you. We're going to play for you, since we just played a humoresque by an English composer, we're going to play another piece of music that is historically significant. It has deep, deep meaning for really pretty much the growth of our civilization. But it comes from a very dark part in our history, a very small point in our history that's usually so ugly it's not printed in books and you don't even read much about it online. You know what I'm talking about, the era called disco. Disco period was a time when people used to wear skin-tight white pants that flared at the bottom, shirts unbuttoned to their navel, perms in their hair. The women had their own fashion styles as well. At this time, there was, by today's standards, a politically incorrect group of musicians that called themselves the Village People. And they wrote a song celebrating young men, and it had a melody that sounded like this. Meanwhile, in England sat an Englishman amongst other English people, and he wrote a melody that sounded similar, and it sounded like this. So YMCA by the Village People, and Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. So we're going to do a disco tribute to Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train. We will need audience participation in the middle. There's a section where we do a 4-bar phrase. We'll need you to clap your hands on the 4th bar on the end of 3 and 4. I'll show you when we get there. We get 3 chances.
Our next act is a breakdance group from Puyallup, Washington. Here's what they want you to know, and it's so cool that I'm going to read you their exact words. We have traveled the nation representing Northwest B-boys and B-girls. We want to show that you can be a dancer and still be a successful person in life. A lot of us are in school attending UW, Western Washington University. Some of our goals are to become nurses, physical therapists, chiropractors, firefighters. For all those dancers who are struggling in life, we hope you realize it's hard to just be a dancer, and we encourage you to have a backup plan just in case. We also encourage kids to stay in school, be drug-free, and when you get stressed out, mad, angry, or sad, just dance. It's a great way to express your emotions. We're thrilled to have them, ladies and gentlemen, 1742 Crew.
Put your loving hand down, baby. I'm begging. Begging. Put your loving hand out, baby. Begging you. Put your loving hand out, baby. Riding high when I was king. Played it hard and fast 'cause I had everything. You walked away, won me then. But easy coming, easy going, it would end. I'm begging you, won't you give your hand out, baby? Begging. Put your loving hand out, baby.
Now, the choreographer is here. Would you dance for us a little bit?
A shuffle? Uh-huh. Well, I tell you, I don't mind shuffling.
Look here. Now I got a little groove maker. Something I'd like to do. We're here, we might as well get the best out of it. If it's all night, it's all right. Look here. One time, I feel all right. Look here. Two times. I feel all right. Look here. Feel all right. Come on. Look here. Four times. I feel all right. Hit it. Yeah.
Good news, Hip Hoppers. I guess the only thing we can do is play you a song.
Watch me now. Feel the groove. Into something gonna make you move.
U2 crew. Ladies and gentlemen, I hold in my hand a hat. If you've been to the show before, you know that in this hat are members of the names of this audience who willingly put their names in here with the opportunity in about 20 minutes to come on stage and participate in a little, hi Shelley, a little competition we call the Big Night Out Competition of Unusual Talent and Skill, which is a name that is frankly quite too long. So instead, we just call it... Ready? Fame or shame. The Cheese Factor, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Our next act, ladies and gentlemen, has done the incredible in show business. He's created a new form of entertainment. He's been on the television in 60 countries. He's been on the Tonight Show 3 times. Last year he was on the David Letterman Show. You can see him on YouTube in variety theaters throughout Europe and science centers in this country. Many people have learned from him how to turn bubble blowing into entertainment, but this is the original, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Bubble Magic with Tom Noddy.
Yeah. Whoa, thank you. Thank you. All right, Bubble Magic in Seattle, home of the world-famous Moisture Festival. Yeah. Okay, well, let's get wet. I'll show you first the caterpillar bubble. Now, some people think it's a worm, but I don't understand those people. Do they not see the antenna? Is that the problem? See his eyes? Yeah. These guys can dance. Y'all seen break dance? It's a caterpillar doing the worm. Maybe that's where the confusion came in. You know why they call it break dance? Nobody knows. Caterpillar's a good one to start with because you can see it. Some of the bubbles that I do, a little hard to see. So for that reason, I'm going to fill some of the bubbles with smoke. I've got this old fog machine, actually. It does this vapor. There, that's a nuclear bubble. Don't worry, it's perfectly safe. No accidents are possible with nuclear. We can just play with this stuff, right? You put one over here, you put one over there. Ooh-wee, there's no oops. It's okay, it was human error. Oh, well. Example of, entropy. That's right. So let me see, I'll show you bubbles inside of bubbles. Let's see. There we go. No, it's okay, it only tastes bad the first couple of years. This is the Mount St. Helens bubble. I actually watched it erupting one time. I'll show you what it looked like. Okay, Mount St. Helens. It started with an earthquake. Then there was an eruption. Yeah, entropy. Bubbles are all about entropy. Every bubble I've ever blown has popped. I love that about them. So let me see, what was I going to do after that? Galactica. It's like stars and planets spinning in space, the final frontier. Yeah. So, let me see. Oh, this is the Land of Oz bubble. Seen that movie? Remember the tornado picked up Dorothy's house? Watch for the tornado inside the bubble. Oh, wait a second. Before I do the tornado, I'll do a different bubble from the same movie. And it's not Glinda, the Good Witch coming. It's yet another bubble from the same movie. Auntie M! Yeah, I love the cheap tricks. I really like. Okay, I'll show you the Land of Oz bubble, no fool. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. This is what I showed to a friend of mine. He was studying physics. I told him I could do a bubble cube. And he thought about that. No, he said, Tom, minimal surface structures. He said, no, a cube with bubbles would be, he said, impossible. Well, he was studying physics, but he had an incomplete understanding of that science, which many of us have. Nothing's impossible. Thank you.
Tom Noddy, ladies and gentlemen. The bubble magic of Tom Noddy. Now, Tom Noddy mentioned the Moisture Festival. He's actually in town for the Moisture Festival, which I encourage you to patronize, to see it this year, to see it next year. At very least, Google it. Or MSN search, whatever. But for any information about any of the acts on our show tonight, go to the Big Night Out website, which is www.seattlechannel.org/Big Night Out. Also, if you have a suggestion for the show, if you have an act that you think is wonderful, or if you have a giveaway that you want to do for fame or shame, a gift certificate or whatever, let us know at the website. You can find out all about all the acts. Our next act, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be me. I'm going to sing a song backed up by the lovely Jennifer Sutherland. Jennifer actually sings with me on my CD. We're going to do a song she sings with me on the CD. My CD is Say It, available on CD Baby. Jennifer sings with Evangeline, a great alt-country band. You can get one of their CDs as well online, backed up by the Cheese Factor. This is a song adaptation of the Louisiana State song. 2, 3. You said the sun wasn't shining today. Meanwhile, you're standing there with sunbeams dancing off your red hair. Well, that seems hardly fair that you don't see the sun, that I'm the lucky one. 'Cause you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you, but I love you. Don't take my sunshine away. Don't take my sunshine away. I'm gonna walk behind you and just a little to the side, so you can lead me by the hand when my path's covered by the sand. And maybe then you'll understand why I keep my eyes on you. That's what any fool would do. 'Cause you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you, but I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Don't take my sunshine away. Jennifer Sutherland on backup vocals, The Cheese Factor. Craig Flory, John Olaf, Bill Shaw, and guest bassist Mark Ettinger from New York City. Our next act, ladies and gentlemen, is also here to be part of the Moisture Festival, but unlike Tom Noddy, who's a long-haired gentleman from Santa Cruz, this performer has short hair. Now that's funny. He hails from New York City, which is a large metropolitan area on the East Coast of the United States. He calls himself a vocal cartoonist, and he has a most unusual way of telling a story. Please welcome the inimitable and hard to imitate Zero Boy.
Okay, let's see. Hello? Yeah, Moisture Festival in Seattle. Okay, no problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching Seattle-Tacoma Airport beneath the clouds, and the clouds. Ah, Seattle. Oh, spring. Tell us some of the differences that you've found here in Seattle, Zero Boy. Well, you have tall trees. We've got tall buildings. George Bush is the devil. I'm president. Yeehaw! My name is Zero Boy. Thank you.
Zero Boy! Woo! Zero Boy! Our next act, ladies and gentlemen, are two performers from the local and notorious circus group Circus Contraption. They have a new piece that is going to premiere in the next Circus Contraption show. Check out the Seattle Channel Big Night Out website for information about them. Revealing their true names for the first time ever, they are Jason Williams and Evelyn Bittner, but the world knows them as Dr. Calamari and Acrophelia. Dr. Calamari and Acrophelia. Part of Circus Contraption. Find out about them at the Big Night Out website. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for that part of the show that everyone looks forward to like a hunting trip with Dick Cheney. It's time for Fame or Shame. And here are the 3 names that I've chosen from the hat. Randomly, I repeat, randomly these names have been chosen from the hat. They are Scott Swanson, Krista with a K, and Craig Sutherland. Come on down. The 3 of you people, come on down. And while they come on down, which is probably copyright protected, come on down, but that's all right. Let them sue us. Let them find us, for God's sake, all the way up here. That's right. We will provide the visuals. Our lovely backstage assistant, Stacia, is going to come out here right now with the makings of a pie. It's a cream pie, and if you've seen the show before, you know that in Fame or Shame, one of them wins and gets a fabulous prize and achieves fame. One of them loses and gets a fabulous prize and achieves shame. And the one in the middle gets the pie and the grand prize. Why does the one in the middle get the pie? Because here at Big Night Out, we think... That's funny. 2, 3, 4. Thank you, Stacia. Stacia, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, thank you. You guys may take your places at your 3 respective microphones. And first thing first, let's have you take your buzzers and try your buzzers, because this is some serious production values right here. Take your buzzers and go ahead. Thank you. Very good. Nice. Let's hear it for the buzzers. Of course, all the questions and assignments in tonight's Fame or Shame will relate to the theme of entropy. And now that your buzzers is done, the first round 1. Keep track of your score. Audience, help them keep track of your score. It's laser quick questions about entropy. Have your buzzers ready. Blow your buzzer if you know the answer, and then just go ahead and answer it. Music, please. Entropy is critical to what famous law in physics? Is it the sucky law, the stupid law, or the second law of thermodynamics? Contestant number 2.
Second of thermodynamics.
Second of thermodynamics, 1 point. Question number 2. Who discovered this law? Who discovered this law? Take a guess, somebody. Contestant number 1. Contestant number 3.
Wait.
Who discovered this law of physics, thermodynamics, physics?
Newton.
Newton, that would be no. That would be Einstein. A point for the 2 of you. Keep track of your score. Question number 3. Who coined the term military-industrial complex? Contestant number 1.
That would be, not Cheney.
Contestant number 2.
Eisenhower.
Eisenhower! Keep track of your score. Question number 4. Why is the last question relevant to our theme tonight? Question number 2.
Well, George Bush.
George Bush, we give it to him? Great. Question number 5. Why does this show have a theme? Question number 1.
Why not?
Why not? It's to hold the show together. I told you there'd be a test earlier, people. We're going to give you 1 point for that. And the final question in this round, what is the difference between a duck? Things just kind of fell apart there, didn't they? See, that's the theme working itself back in. There we go. Round 2, and I have to say before we proceed into round 2 that the nature of the assignments in round 2 are particularly taxing and difficult tonight. But the thing is, when things are falling apart, you people need to hold it together, okay? For many artists, creativity is the opposite of entropy. It keeps them from falling apart. Create or die is the credo of many artists. Here at Big Night Out, our credo is somewhat more realistic. It's create and die. So, round 2. Round 2 is spontaneous art. No, there's only 1 microphone because only one of you is going to need to use the microphone, okay? That's fine, no worries. Things are falling apart already. Round 2, spontaneous art about entropy. As always, the audience will gauge on their applause who wins and who is less winning. So 3 points for the person the best, 2 for the second, 1 point for the third person. Player number 1, you are first. You 2 may stand back a little bit. You have 30 seconds to interpret the life cycle of a sperm cell in the language of modern dance. Music, please. 30 seconds. about 10 seconds. Modern dance, sperm cell. And very good.
I only needed
That's
like
it,
5
none.
seconds.
Good.
I only needed 5 seconds.
Contestant number 2, that is you right up here. A short, and I'm changing this, so band, be with me here. A short, spontaneous beat poem on the subject of the deterioration of family values. Ready, bass, go. Beat poem, you have 30 seconds, go.
Family values. We need them today. Where are they? I really need them. Where's Dan Quayle? Where's Murphy Brown? This is more jazzy now, isn't it? Yeah. I'm done.
Yes! That's contestant number 2. And finally, contestant number 3. You have 30 seconds to tell the story of alleged voter manipulation and fraud in the Florida election of 2000 in the language of mime. Music, please. Contestant number 3. Come out here. So let's hear it for the spontaneous art of contestant number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay, this is the complicated part. She gets 3 points. How many points does she have? 4. He gets 2 points. How many points does he have? 7. He gets 1 point. How many points does he have? 3, 2. Okay, very good. That makes you the winner. You achieve fame. You will receive a fabulous prize of 2 tickets. No, dinner for 2 at Ray's Barbecue across the street. You may leave the stage. You may not leave the stage. Actually, you may leave the stage in a moment. You have to stay here for a second. Craig, you have to stay here for a second. You have achieved shame. I'm changing the rules slightly, which you'll understand why in just a moment. You have achieved shame, and you receive a Kevin Joyce CD. For being the loser, you get a CD of mine. You may leave the stage. Now you may have to stay on the stage, and that leaves you significantly with the pie. Theme song, please. Now, why do you get the pie when you didn't actually work the guy in the middle? Because you're the guy who's most likely to win the pie. Now, here's the thing. I'm not gonna actually pie you in the face. You're gonna come with me, and you're gonna pie yourself in the face. Why does this guy have to pie himself in the face on Big Night Out? Because here at Big Night Out, we think. Now that's funny. Right down here. This is awesome. This is perfect. Take this pie. Don't make a mess. These things are all very expensive to dry clean. Encourage him, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful, beautiful. You may turn around. He, of course, wins the grand prize. Tickets to the Moisture Festival. Tickets to Book It Repertory Theater. Those are the grand prizes tonight. Fabulous. Made a little mess. Nice job, everyone. Our final act this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is a true Renaissance woman. She's an educator, an activist, a hip-hop artist, Seattle Grand Slam poetry champion, and the founder of Jambalaya, a Seattle-based music improvisation group. I saw her last week tear the house down performing for Quincy Jones and 2,000 other people at the Northwest African American Museum's event. This girl is the real thing, and she's destined to continue doing incredible work. Please give it up for the one and only Laura Piece Kelley.
This is a poem about the entropy and disaster and ending of all warfare. for the peaceful regime of rainbow warriors, trapeze artists, b-boys and b-girls, and those engaged in any urban arts and culture. I am a soldier, lined up in a fleet, and we're all here together wearing combat boots that squeak. We speak in freestyle rhymes and poems, man. Our Morse code is in the form of fine jazz tones, and we are fighting this war in our own home. Our sergeant in command is Barack Obama. And every time he responds in the affirmative along with Bill Cosby and Hillary Clinton, they say, OBKB, and give us Jell-O pudding pops at snack time. We always have a sunny disposition and a clear mind when we travel because our compasses show a little happy face with a third eye. As we ride in oversized tanks fueled by vegetable oil, our tires plow the earth beneath us, dropping seeds, leaving plants, fruit, and vegetation. At night, in our barracks, we tell funny ghost stories with happy endings and sing our favorite old songs like that one by Alanis Morissette when she doesn't have enough change for the bus. I am a soldier, lined up in a fleet, and we're all here together wearing combat boots that squeak. When we walk, we do the Harlem Shuffle. We carry big Uzis, but they shoot bubbles. Bubbles. Our Tech Nines spray glitter as our cadets in training pick up litter. We throw tear gas chambers with nitrous oxide in them to cause hysterical laughter, but only in very serious situations. We're ready to drop some bouncing bombs that burst into confetti. Then we're going to go back to the commons and have some homemade spaghetti made with wheat, pasta, organic tomatoes, and fresh basil. We are all mostly part Hindu, Muslim, Buddhist, Catholic, Christian, Jewish, Rasta, Taoist, heathen, non-denominational, undetermined, even atheist. Either way, in one way or another, as sisters and brothers, when we lay our heads to rest, we close our eyes, take a deep breath, and hope for the best. We wake up happy, stuffing our cargo pockets with gumdrops and stickers and grab bag delights. We march around the neighborhood, breaking up fights with helium tanks strapped to our backs for ribbons and balloons and trail mix snacks. But when we really want to get wicked, we want to show our true colors, why we put on pastel floral printed camouflage suits and skip around the streets with loose parachutes. Yes, we have a standard issue Swiss Army knife, only the flip out replacements are a mini mechanical pencil with spare lead, a tiny white flag in case anyone tries to step with some drama, a kazoo to play the theme song to Sesame Street and Captain Kangaroo as soldiers lined up in a fleet, and we believe in fairies, pixies, elves, angels, ghosts, phantoms, demons, and all spirit of light and dark. We have standard training in color-induced healing, aromatherapy, herbology, craniosacral alignment, and of course, ethnomusicology, i.e. the study of music and culture in all of its rich and vivid forms as we regularly practice unleashing our psychic ability, clearing out negative energy, while simultaneously channeling very safe spirit guides from scary childhood dreams to keep us ever so sweet. As soldiers, lined up in a fleet, marching to the rhythm of peace, wearing combat boots that...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for tonight. Thanks for coming. One more time, if you want information about the show, go to the website, www.seattlechannel.org/bignightout. Thanks for coming, everybody. You've been a great audience.